Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Silas back again. We are at another day in paradise. We've got a crazy busy today. They're coming to load cars. I've got a few vehicles I promised I would crush. I got that van back there behind me. They were from California. They did a road trip clear across the United States, then came back to Kansas, and this is where they were moving, so they stayed here, and it made it all the way across the country, and then it blew up once it got here. I promised you guys last time that I would be crushing that 3000 GT, and we will crush that today. Yesterday before I left, I managed to get rid of the last bale of springs, but while I was doing it, I noticed this. They put an actual cat door in the back door of their van. I just couldn't believe it when I saw that. I thought, man, they actually put a door on there. They must really like their cat or something, I don't know. But beyond that, I really don't have a whole lot to say. You know what it is. Let's get busy.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
So it was kind of late in the morning, and so I called over there and I said, am I not getting trucks today, or what's going on? And he said, yeah, you're getting a different driver than what you've been getting out there, but he should be there already. He should have been on his way over here already. He said, let me call him and find out. And come to find out, he's been sitting over at the other yard for an hour. So we got him over here, got him loaded. So much for getting 4 loads shipped in today. I'll be lucky if I get 3 in at this point. To new adventures. It's raining just a little bit. I had all the windows open on both loaders, so I had to come up here and get them closed. It wasn't raining this hard five minutes ago, but it's raining pretty good now. I got a little bit of water on the controls down here, but not too bad. Well, I'm going to check the radar, I guess, and we'll see what the weather's going to do. If it's going to be doing this for a while, I guess I'll go ahead and get out and get wet. But if it's going to pass by fairly soon, then I'll just wait it out. As you can see here, we're kind of right on the edge of that green right now. And there's a big orange and yellow spot kind of heading towards us. So I think we're going to get some pretty serious rain. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take an early lunch. And it finally quit raining. I'm in the loader again now. I got the second truck loaded. The first truck weighed right at 16 tons. I don't know what the second one weighed yet. He is coming back for a third load. So with that, I want to go ahead and crush a few cars that I have over here. I want to go ahead and get those going. And then once that row is cleared out, I'll take you over there and show you that car. If I get my finger there, it's kind of hard to do backwards. That car right there, we'll look it over and then I'll take it and we'll make us a crushing video. Okay, now we are finally ready for this car. Now I know there's probably quite a few parts on this car. Motor and transmission are gone and the interior is kind of stripped out. So a lot of parts are gone, but there's still a lot of good parts left on it. The trunk would kind of make a good wall art piece, or a table, or I don't know what you'd use that for, but it would be neat hanging on the wall. But I don't feel like cutting it. These plastic cars are a lot of work to get cut, a lot more work than the old cars. I know these weren't the greatest quality cars ever made, but they do look kind of good. And I thought, boy, that would make a good crushing video. I've had several people offer to buy it, but unfortunately, it's worth more to me as a crusher than what anybody's wanting to pay, mainly because a lot of the body panels on this are all beat up and dented, so there really aren't that many good parts left on this. The wheels are all peeling, and the glass is all scratched up. I mean, it does have a few parts on it, but realistically speaking, this car looks much nicer than it actually is when you get up close to it and actually look at it. And so that's why we're going to crush it. Now, like I've mentioned before in previous videos, the crusher that I am using right now does not go down as far as the crusher I normally use. This one's 2 feet taller. So what I'm going to do is, I've got a customer here, I'm going to take care of them, and then I'm going to crush something else in the crusher, and then I'll put that in on top of it. Well, one customer turned into 4 customers, and then the truck got back for the third and final load of crushed cars, so I ended up being stuck up there for the last hour or so. The second load that I sent in weighed 17.5 tons. So pretty good load. A lot of people say, well, if you did this different, if you did this different, or if you crushed the cars on their side, could you get more weight in the trailers? But I don't really want to get more weight in the trailers. I can load them up to 19 tons, but 19 tons is like the limit. And if they're loaded wrong in the trailer, they'll be over on their axles if they get individually weighed out at the scales or something like that. So really, 16 to 18 tons is just about perfect. There it is, squished down to little or nothing. Now people are saying, why didn't you save these aluminum wheels? These are chrome plated, and chrome plated wheels are about half price of regular aluminum wheels, and if you mix those in, then they'll dock you on the whole load. And so at half price, when you figure out what they're worth on the car with the tires on them, when you figure in the labor and everything it costs to pull them off, dismount them, get rid of the tires, all that good stuff, once you figure all that in, it actually comes out to roughly the same. You could make a little bit more money if you pull them off, but I'm talking like 50 cents a wheel, so not even worth it. Yeah, the guy had this car and he bought it for the engine, I guess, and transmission or something like that. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but he got what he wanted off of it and sold it to us for, I think, 50 bucks. I had one guy offer me 300 for it, but it's worth almost that just for scrap for crushing. Not quite that much, but when you figure in the fun factor of getting to crush it, it's worth more than that. I've still got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 loads on the ground ready to go for next week. They are going to be hauling, I think, Tuesday and Thursday of next week again as well. So if they get out 4 loads each day those days, hopefully, if not 3 loads. So either 6 or 8 loads will leave this place next week. So I was hoping to get a few more gone than that, but it is what it is. I've got about 10 cars over in front of the crusher, right in front of it, and I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vehicles back here yet to crush. So roughly 20 vehicles left in this area to crush, and then it's actually going to slow down on crushing anyway, because then all the cars that I'm crushing are clear over there, way over there on the other side of those trees. So I'm going to have to carry them over here, probably 1 at a time, maybe 2 at a time, depending on how they carry. But that will all be projects for next week, because tomorrow and Saturday I'm going to be doing something pretty exciting. A guy emailed me quite a while back and said he had bought some property, or I can't remember the whole situation now. I don't know if he bought it or he inherited it, but either way, he's got this property, and he said there's about a dozen old cars on it, and he doesn't really want them. So tomorrow I've got to go buy a few cars in the morning at another place, and then after that I'm going to run up there, get the first load, And then Saturday, we're going to run up there and get the rest of them. That's going to be the next video that comes out most likely, so definitely stay tuned for that. But with that, it's getting pretty late. I'm pretty well worn out. I'm going to gather up all my tools, gather up the catalytic converters, and I'm going to head out. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not already. We are getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers. And as always, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. And remember to get out there and find an adventure. We'll see you next time.